Hopefully the audio works better this time. This is like the third time I've recorded this, and I've had audio issues on the other last two. For starters, I'm just getting over being really sick, and I've had a sore throat all weekend, and all the last couple days, and so that's why I sound pretty worse. But yeah, I'm playing a little bit of Train Sim World today. We're here on the Lynchfield route. Got a little bit of light cold drag here. It is snowing, but I keep hearing thunder. That's interesting. And I'm playing in VR. And really, the reason why I'm doing this today is not to show off Train Sim World, but more to just once again talk about Train Sims and VR. Mostly because I know it's the holidays, and I'm recording this on Christmas Eve. And I love the way the snow interacts with me. I know it's Christmas Eve, and a lot of people probably are look at the stairs. Oh, excuse me, I just sneezed. Can't walk up the stairs. What the hell? There we go. A lot of people are probably getting VR headsets for the holidays. And so I thought it'd be a good time to kind of revisit talking about VR in train simulators and showing what better way to do that than to just show it off. This is Train Sim World 5, and I am using the UVR VR Injector mod, which I actually think does a really good job of adding VR to the game. Now, for an instance, it says, oh, you have to have some super powerful computer. I'm running an older NVIDIA 3080 Ti graphics card, and I'm getting fairly decent performance. Like, there's a little bit of shadow boxing, and all that is if I turn my head really fast, I get a little bit of like a border on the left or right side of my field of view. It's just me turning faster than the game can render. And I'm using an Oculus Quest 2 with an external battery pack strapped to the back of it. So it's like, you don't need a super powerful computer to run this stuff. And the UVR mod, I think, does a phenomenal job of adding VR to Train Sim World. And so let's actually like drive a train a little bit and just see how good VR actually is in this. And unfortunately, this mod does have some bugs. I sometimes lose my mouse, and I have to like lift my VR headset up if I'm using the map to like set around. It's the weirdest little thing. So we're just gonna set around to on. Here's center. We're clear to go. We got about 2.5 miles. One of the things that's nice about this is, you notice I'm not touching my mouse at all to look around. I'm looking right there. All right, I need to check my brake pad. Brake levers are there. Brake gauges. Cool. And then, oh, I want to see what's up behind that back control. Oh, we're moving. Well, we got a sizable snowdrift that has formed here. That's the graphics thing with Train Sim World. Okay. So, I would love to see a train simulator, and I know about Derail Valley. I've played Derail Valley. It's fun, but at the end of the day, what I'm looking for out of a train simulator, Derail Valley doesn't provide. Even if you're out to turn off hand tracking. Because the hand tracking is hand tracking off that was bothering me. The Quest has hand tracking features, so you can set your controllers down and not play with your controllers. You can actually use your hands and interact with things. I think for train simulation, you don't need, you don't need full motion controllers. I'm trying to remember which button it is to bring up the injector key. There it is. We need to reset maybe. Like as I'm going down the track, it's like, all right, I want to look around this corner. Or go back to what I said. You don't need full motion tracker. We got a clear signal. We don't need full body tracking and all that stuff. We just need the view control so I can do that. Like, coming up to that signal, I could lean my head this way and see around the corner a little more. I can lean my head around this way. Like, I got this radio stack here. But I can move my head like this and see around it. And something I think would be absolutely amazing to do is imagine playing like a train sim, like Train Sim World or Run 8, but you're playing it in VR, right? And you have proximity voice check. So we have one button that we push, and that is like our global radio. That's our walkie-talkie. That's whatever channel our radio there is set to. Or I've got proximity voice check. So maybe I'm stopped at the yard. Reduction and dynamics. I can lean out and talk to my conductor on the ground. Or maybe I'm stopped at a siding and I got another train sitting there next to me who's opened the windows and we just, have a conversation like this. Like, oh, hey, Bob, did you get that new DLC? Yeah, after this run, I'm gonna go switch over to that route. Yeah, I'll catch you then. One of the quirks though is like the camera view keeps getting moved like further and further over to the one side. So see if I can fix it. That out later. Periodically the view of this mod gets kind of jumbled, so I'm not quite sitting centered anymore. I'm like, there are some quirks, like with this mod at least, like the hose pipes between locomotives. They only render in one eye, so it's like I can see it in my left eye, but I can't see it in my right eye. I don't know which one is being captured. The same thing with the glare, like the glare from signals is only rendered in one eye. Now, I do hear from the people who make the UVR mod that they will work with game developers, if the game already works really well in that mod, to bring VR support to that game. I understand that VR support is not something that is just, oh, turn it on and it works. There's a lot more work that needs to go into it. Like, we would need better view centering as a core part of Train Sim World to make that work. And other games like Run 8 would need a lot of work as well. Although the UVR mod doesn't work with Run 8, I've tried. Alright, we're gonna stop signal here. And look at this, I'm leaning around the cab of the locomotive to better see that signal. See the switch points. And again, I don't need full hand tracking controls. I've got used to my keyboard. I've got used to my rail driver. I've got used to an Xbox controller. And I do think the ease of access that VR is getting, like VR headsets are getting cheaper and cheaper and easier to get, right? Oculus Quest starts at like $300, which I know is a lot of money for some people to spend. But it is still significantly cheaper than buying an HTC Vive. And Dovetail's already working on a standalone version of Train Sim World for the Oculus Quest. So it just makes sense that once that's done and the sales of that do well, hopefully, I will probably buy it just to try it out. That maybe they consider implementing VR in this. I just think it would be awesome to, you know, especially if we have multiplayer, but just be chilling like this, because the only reason why I play Train Sim World is because it has VR support. If it didn't have VR support, I wouldn't be playing it. And actually it doesn't. It's because of the VR mod. Because there's a mod that adds VR support for it. That's the only reason why I play. Again, I'm losing my voice, so I had a lot more I wanted to say, like talking about Microsoft Flight Simulator and its VR support, but that's for another time. If you guys like this video and you think that Train Sims, and not just Train Sim World, but Run 8 and Trains and whoever else should explore VR. Even if you don't have VR, should explore VR for the people who do, and for future-proofing in case you decide to get VR. You know, drop a like on this, like and a comment, whatever. If you want to see me make more content, I mean, actually do some gameplay, like actually running a train, just from start to finish, a scenario in VR, in Train Sim World. Drop a like and comment and let me know. And check out the link in the description of my Twitch channel, where if I get enough momentum and people want to see more of this, I will do more of this if it means I can help convince Dovetail or Run 8 to add VR support, because that'd be awesome. I would love it, because I'm a big fan of VR. So we're approaching our stop. I think I'm gonna end it here, at least the recording, just so that way I don't like completely annihilate my voice. Okay. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will catch you guys all in the next one.